So happy Halloween! Today is the most exciting day of the year in middle school. During the week, the kids were carving pumpkins. We had a great display of pumpkins. The winners were announced this morning. And also, today everyone's in a Halloween costume, or many of our kids. And it's been great seeing their creativity. There was a boy moving through the foyer in the plane that he built around him. A great opportunity to be creative and express yourself a little bit. So really enjoyed today. Our PTA provided the pumpkins. Our PTA put together some boograms where kids could send kind messages to each other. And so just a really great all community event over the last week in the middle school. You may notice my shirt today with 6-7 on it. This shirt is actually being worn by roughly 140 people in the middle school today. And you may be familiar with 6-7. I've had parents ask me, like, what does it mean? And there are actually schools in the United States that are trying to ban the saying of it. I was just in a math classroom and they were doing some review and the problems were varied and the answer to every problem was 67. As a little bit of a nod, a little bit of a joke for the kids. But whereas some schools are saying we should ban this, that's actually not the right response. 6-7 has no real meaning. It's very benign. It's an inside joke that literally almost everyone who's 11 to 14 and has access to social media shares. And so our sort of choice to wear these shirts is a little bit of a nod to kids to say, we see you. We know that this is something that you do. And actually, when we think about cultural competence, 6-7 is part of middle school culture right now, and even younger kids and older kids, like around the world. And so if you are actively as an institution saying to kids, your culture is not okay here, something that is important to you is not valued here, that's going to impact how they feel. But when you say, hey, you know what, 67, it has no meaning, it's goofy, it's pretty pointless, but what it does do is it gives all those kids something that they feel like they know. They have like this little inside joke. The adults don't know what it means. It gives them this sort of feeling of power and autonomy, and it's the great equalizer. Regardless of if you're a kid who loves drama or science or Dungeons and Dragons or tennis or baseball, you're part of 6-7. And you can say 6-7, and whoever you say it to is going to know what you're talking about. So it makes me think a little bit about, as parents and as teachers, educators, how do we lean into the things our kids do with a little more curiosity? And how do we ask them about it, as opposed to just assuming that it's wrong and bad? Because I can tell you that, whereas memes and social media didn't exist in the same way when I was a kid, there were lots of things I did that were really annoying to my parents. And it's actually going to happen no matter what. And so how do we take those as opportunities to have a conversation with your child about explain it to me. I don't understand. What does it mean? When would you use it? And what you're going to do by doing that is center your child as someone that you care about, someone whose opinion is valued, and someone who has worth. And isn't that what we all want for our kids?